So come on in, take a sip, wind down with me, and today we're going to be doing a Wednesday grid by Juliana Tringali Golden. Speaking of golden, interesting coincidence, a little quinky dink here, but we are having Golden Kaan, a 2022 South African Cabernet Sauvignon. I picked up a case of these yesterday across the street at the NYTX, which is German for like near shopping. It's near, Kauf, by, nearby. I've been really excited about this, so I'm going to let's just talk to this right now. It's a very, very deep red. It is not transparent at all. It's got a lot of berries and like a touch of mint. So far, so wonderful. Wonderful on the nose. So, again, I think we have some balanced tannins. Wonderful finish. And I would call that crisp. So if you want crisp, this is what you want. This is a great wine. I might drink that whole bottle tonight. Okay, so before we jump into this grid, I need to point out that it may seem like every wine that I try is fabulous or it's wonderful. Well, it's because most of them are. If you spend in the range of, say, 5 to 12 euros for a bottle of wine in Europe, you're going to get a good bottle of wine. It's the polar opposite of anything in the United States. You could be upwards of $30 to get a good bottle of wine. And here they're all just really pretty remarkable. And there are some that I've just grabbed off the shelf that were like 2 euros and brought them home and were really pleased with those as well. So maybe it's just because this is a very ancient wine culture here. I don't know. It's just speculation on my behalf, but maybe it's the minerality because, New World wines are often, more bold, right? Because of all the sun. Not a lot of sun here. But, yeah, who knows what it is. But what the hey. So let's go ahead and hop into our grid and see what we got here today. And this is edited, of course, by Joel Fagliano until, hopefully, Mr. Shorts makes it back. If you're out there, Will, we wish you the very best. So let's go ahead and hop into our grid and see how we're going to start this day here. So a Disney princess who sings a whole new world, and that I know as Jasmine. I hope I'm not wrong about that. That would be very embarrassing. Let's go ahead and try to do this in order. Subject of an annual festival in the Netherlands. Well, I can't put Van Gogh in these 5-letter spots, but I can fit a tulip in there. So let's just check it, just for real quick reference. Sound made by a sneaker, say. Okay, I need more on that one. Bond yield is more than likely interest in my book. Places to hole up, probably layers, maybe. Catering to the very wealthy. Baby 13 across. 43 hoppers between lily pads. I don't know if toads do that. Frogs or toads. I'm not sure. Frogs will do it, but I'm not sure about toads. I better check this. F or T. Casual or freaky. Okay, so that's probably Friday. And then I think we have my answer now as to the frogs. And that means that we've got tadpoles up here. So, okay, this is coming along now. This is good. Let's see. Catering to the very wealthy, I don't know. Covers with a glossy black finish. Well, that is known as Japanning. Japans. So maybe the sneaker is a psst, psst. Dabbling ducks. Okay. Cops 2 admits. This is showing up a lot lately. Cops 2 as a clue, but the answers are always fesses up or whatever. So there we got admits. Play fight. I'm assuming they want spar out of that. I used to kickbox myself. I'm going to tell you, I never really thought of sparring as all that playful. Man, painful. Inventor who might be described as dotty or dashing is probably Samuel Morse, as in the Morse code. Kind looks like ilk to me, and catering to the very wealthy, maybe up. upmarket. Once called, yes, we have the French for ne. See this an awful lot in obituaries and wedding announcements when describing wives who've changed their last names. So it is in Ibiza. Well, that could be esta, esto, or este. So let's just go with EST now and check 19 across. La-di-da. Okay, well, that's kind of hoity-toity, so I guess we can say that's arty. And again, I don't like this word. I don't care for interest over here, the INT, that sometimes it becomes an interception. I mean, it's arty. Maybe artsy, but arty, man, I just don't like it. Kylo Ren. Okay, well, that's good. At least it didn't become a sleep stage or something, right? You know, again, I know I'll overuse this term, but it's just not, it's not very elegant. So, yeah, so much for that. Big stretch may be an eon. Said aloud, perhaps, oral. Unfortunate wedding forecast. I'm going to say rainy. Could have been, I guess it could be rains. We better check that. In conclusion, looks like lastly, Wimbledon winning Williams is Serena. Boy, Wimbledon winning Williams picked a peck of, wow, that's, yeah, a lot of W's on there. Died down. This is probably abated. Let's see, falls in line, so maybe obeys. And basic yoga position is the lotus. Roofing material, tar. I do a lot of yoga. It really helps. Contents of a kitchen drawer. I'm thinking utensils. Utensils. Okay, so it looks like we've got this abated. Some prank pullers, I'm not sure, died down. Yes, we'll go ahead and put that in there. The Black 1987 crime fiction bestseller, The Black Dahlia, I think. And org for which Anthony Fauci worked 54 years is the National Institutes of Health. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la-ti-do, or la-ti-da. I guess some prank pullers are seniors. Taqueria, topping, well, it's when you got 5 letters, it could be queso. But here it looks like we've got salsa. So, actions have consequences principle. Well, yes, that's right. Your karma could absolutely run over your dogma. Surrounded by, maybe amid. I don't like getting out of order for some reason. I'm really starting to get kind of finding myself against that. This is the Mediterranean or Baltic Sea, I think. Good thing to have in one's eyes is a gleam versus a glimmer of hope. One Direction. Well, that would have been a problem because it would have been east or west if it had not had anything in there. I feel pretty good about the E from Gleam. So we're going to put west in here for One Direction. And, okay, Olga. Gotta remember where I put my mouse. Okay. Olga dies dreaming. Okay, so what we got here? Oh, no, went too far up. Come on. Legal representative, again, inelegant, yuck. Actress de Armas, and that's Anna, do you believe? East Egg resident in The Great Gatsby, and a symbol of old money in F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic. And says Daisy. And let's see, classic children's novel set in the Swiss Alps, and that would be Heidi. I get a lot of people ask me, hey, you live in Germany, you know, have you ever been where they shot all those Heidi movies? And I'm always thinking, I thought those were supposed to be in Switzerland. I mean, they could easily have been shot in Germany, and maybe they were, but I think they shot those in Switzerland. Tiki bar drink, maybe a Mai Tai. At least the story's set in Switzerland. I don't know. I haven't read it in forever. Former Indian Prime Minister Gandhi. This is Indira. I don't know for sure. It seems like she's not directly related to Mahatma Gandhi. But I have to check on that too. Don't really quite know. Corn units, ears. Okay, comedic principle. This is, I think, the rule of 3. Scented ingredient in some hand creams and shampoos. I think this is freesia. I think. Meteor tail. This was also serendipitous, if not outright fortuitous, that we already had this E here. And that's if I'm even right on the E, but this tells me it's meteorite, not meteoroid. So that's a good thing. And I don't know what could be DESIA, but I think we're right so far. One-time Russian space station is the Mir. On the books, maybe literary. Word with care or aware, maybe self. Pointers. Okay, I think these might be tips. And if they are, beat makers, genre. Okay, so again, not the most elegant thing to have a 3-letter answer, but at least beat makers. That's pretty cool. That's good. Spanish title, Senora. And that gives hard-nosed, maybe stern. Okay, one of Indiana's state symbols. Oh, I know this. I'm going to have to get something, though, to get me started. Fantasy author Pierce. And I think, is that Tamora? I cannot remember for the life of me. I think it starts with a T, though. Well, whoop-de-doo. Okay, so I think, yeah, it's an aura of some sort. I guess it could be a Eudora, but it seems... Okay, let's just be the peony. All right, let's get up here. Shy sorts with a hint to the answers on this puzzle's perimeter. Tulip, jasmine, lotus, dolly, daisy, freesia, peony. So maybe wallflowers? And I'm not talking about the band in the 90s. One headlight. No, I'm saying. Volunteers' words. I'll go. Green party, a naif, and dabbling ducks. I think these are teals. And typed correspondence email. And what do we have here? Sports org for the Colorado Rapids would be the Major League Soccer. And now what do we got? Lab containers, maybe vials. And care for a taste. Their plus tax. Their proprietors may be keepers, and I think this might be inns, as in innkeepers, as in NPR's Steve Inskeep. Maybe. Just pulling this out of my third point of contact. Care for a taste? This is making me think this must be want some, but I'm definitely gonna... Okay, good. Now I know it's Tamora. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. Rainbow's End. Bit in the bar. Okay, like a bar, like a energy bar or something. I think this is an oat. And that tells me Rainbow's End is we're talking about the color spectrum, and that would be violet. Very nice. Washed away, maybe eroded. Again, how many days in a row have we had eroded of some sort in our puzzles? And ensnared. Okay, in a trap. And just to check, Falcon and Stone in the G.I. Joe franchise. All these were lieutenants. I was a lieutenant. All right. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of liking this. You have a 31-day streak. That's great. So yeah, we had a good puzzle today, right? I mean, it was an awful lot of fun. So, hey, go about your day. If you get a chance to, if you can find it, grab some of the South African Golden Kaan. I have the 2022 here with me. It's a CabSauv, and it is a delightful little table wine if you like a dry wine that has a crisp finish and a good balance of tannins and acids. But really, the plums and the red berries just come up to the surface. You just let your nose go with them. As a matter of fact, you can pick them up from right here. So, but then again, I don't smoke, so I think that helps. Yeah, I know I'm going to finish that bottle tonight. Okay, so thank you for coming along. I love it when we read comments below. So any thoughts on the puzzle, share it with me. I reply back to everybody personally, usually the morning after, since I'm 7 hours ahead of Central Time in Germany. So, half the time I'm getting comments when I'm sleeping. So when I get up in the morning, usually around 5, I go to testing all of that, checking it out and seeing what people have said. And I always sit down and reply before I head to work. And in the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind to others. And when you meet somebody who doesn't speak your native tongue, maybe surprise them with a little hello and goodbye action in their language. So learn it if you can. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci, adios, que tengas un lindo días, ciao, plus tard, también, annyeonghaseyo, shalom, masalamati, and annyeonghaseyo, aloha. Ciao. Cheers. Be well out there. Take care of yourselves. Cheers. Bye.